ladies and gentlemen, family, friends, and all you other peoples. My name is Antonio.
My name is Brianna.
And we are the Levison. As you guys can see, we got
our first guest.
Some of our great friends decided to stop by the podcast when we decided to take the podcast on the road and stuff where they live at. So, why don't y'all introduce yourselves? Who are you?
I'm Courtney.
I'm Sean.
We're the Joneses.
Yes. The Joneses. And guess what today is?
It's my anniversary.
I've been singing all day and you ain't let me sing again. Now you want to say 5 years ago.
So we got a couple on the show that's not only married, but got some skin in the game. So, what we gonna do, we just gonna jump right in, ain't no point in taking no time. What made y'all get married? What was the deciding factor that y'all said, shit ain't no point in waiting no more, let's get married?
I don't get married. But time, we together for 5 years. I'm leaving.
So you got an ultimatum.
Right, and I
That's
said,
shit.
yo.
You got an
ultimatum.
You got the ultimatum.
Wait,
No.
who said that?
What?
Oh, so you gave him an ultimatum.
I did not give him an ultimatum at all. We got married because he knew I was the best thing that ever happened to his whole entire life. And he couldn't live without me.
Okay. Okay.
I know, right?
Just let her be right.
So like,
I know, right?
Like how did it happen? Like what did you say? Like how did you introduce it? Like
I ain't really introduced it at all.
What she's trying to say is, how did you propose? You put a V in
So
there.
basically, let me tell it because
It's FABA.
I'm the one that did everything.
Yes.
So,
because you is not a planner.
no, I'm not.
He was nervous.
He is not a planner.
I can book a room though. I can book a room. Hey, so no, we was I'm in Annapolis with my father. We drinking and everything.
With your what?
My father.
Your father.
FABA.
Your father.
So we drinking and everything, and I was like, whispering in his ear, like, Pop, I'm trying to propose. He said, what? So immediately he said, come outside when we quit. So we went outside, he was like, come on, let's take a ride. So we went straight to Caves.
Right? I remember this
No
ride.
joke. She was at the house with me. So we just left right to Caves.
Oh, you left her there?
Yeah.
Whoever house
It was my older house, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I was probably drinking.
Yeah. So we went to Caves, he was like, pick whatever ring you want. I want this one right here. He was like, all right, put it on this thing. Christmas come, I talked to Pandra.
Like, so Pops got you the ring?
Yeah.
Man, that's
Hey.
shit.
Icky?
Man.
No, not Icky.
It
That
dropped a
was-
band on the ring?
That was the fatherly fact.
Okay.
Yo.
Okay, Icky?
It was a couple bands. And
Okay.
I'm surprised.
Okay, Pop.
Surprised.
Yo, that Icky. Okay, now I need the full story. Come on, keep going. You can't just give me a little.
Alright, so I invite everybody over. I got the blessings from Miss Pan, y'all call it Mom Pan. And every year they have a Christmas party.
It'd be lit.
So I'm like, everybody together, might as well do it. Nervous as shit.
Why you know you was nervous?
Because
He was shaking.
Shaking my mom.
It's being done all day. I was like, what is wrong with you?
So my
Being
homeboy
special.
came with flowers. That's how I started. He came with flowers. I gave her the flowers.
First of all,
And my cousin was singing.
Black. Shout out to him because those
Shout out to
flowers
Black.
was a
My dog.
whole bunch of like $200. I don't know.
dog.
They was like beautiful. They was big. It was like $200. Anyway,
While my cousin sing, I got on one knee.
What? Like,
For
did she see you?
everybody. Huh?
Did she see
No,
you?
I was
Like
in-
your back turned?
No, I had her back was turned.
I
got
was
the
sitting there
flowers.
like this because y'all know I be like
Yeah,
saying.
music on everything. But he was singing. So I came around front and gave her the flowers. Got on one knee.
Crazy. You was both of y'all was crying?
Okay.
Alright, so you engaged. You do the big proposal. Y'all have the wedding. After y'all get married, when did y'all realize that y'all was really married? Time period.
So honestly, we
Still
got
can't
that.
get me married.
if we back up just a tiny bit, after we got engaged, we went through a lot that first year.
How long was y'all engaged?
Not long.
So we got engaged. We got married. What?
16.
16, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got engaged. We got engaged December 2014, which was the year Jay was born. We got married in 2016.
Okay.
We was gonna do it in 2015, but that's when we went through the whole thing with Isha's mom.
Yeah.
She was diagnosed with cancer, and she passed away the day after Mother's Day, the year after. So from the day after Mother's Day until probably like January of 2016, I wasn't sure if I wanted to get married because he lost it. Like,
It was mostly my fault.
he blacked out, which I get it.
Right.
Because if I lost my mother, I probably would.
Do the same times 10.
Yeah, shoot a couple people. But anyway, he lost it. But I knew that at that time, I wanted to be with him. I wanted to like help him because he hurt, and when he hurt, I was hurting. Like I was hurting big time. But I couldn't let him see I was hurting. So like that's when I knew I was like, yeah, we're gonna have to like this is forever. Because I don't think I ever hurt because somebody else hurt.
Right.
Ever. That's the key.
So with that being said, how do you deal with death in a relationship?
Oh, it's tough. I mean, I don't know how she dealt with me. But it wasn't no couple months.
It was a lot of.
I mean,
It was a lot of late nights. Like literally, I had to most of the time sit on him. Like literally sit on him and say stop. It wasn't like he was doing anything, but his breath, like he blacked out. So.
I mean, I wasn't on what the people get twisted.
No, like he wasn't like
aggressive
crazy.
or
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
He wasn't that. But he just did not
Wasn't
want to
himself.
feel. Like he wasn't. He didn't want to feel anything.
I didn't want to deal with it.
Everything was like he was like, I don't care about nothing.
No.
And I get it. So
That's hard.
it is hard. So not only was he dealing with it, the kids was dealing with it, everybody was dealing with it. But for him, I had to literally sit on him most times and be like, you have to chill. You gotta stop.
Yeah.
And it was literally until one day he just like snapped like out of it and was like, you right. But that blackout was different.
You ever feel like you on edge all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I felt every single day. On edge. Like,
Okay.
kid do something, I'm just taking my aim on first person I see.
Yeah.
And I thought about it, I'm like, man, I'm hurting him.
Right.
I'm hurting her.
Yeah. What made you snap back?
His mama
Yeah.
and
Basically.
his grandmother.
Yeah.
His grandmother called all the time and said, you better tell that boy he better get himself together, because if he don't, I'm gonna hurt him. That was she ain't said like that. She was more aggressive.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't only that. It was the point where I was sick. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just talking to myself all the time. I'm sick.
Yeah.
I'm depressed.
Mentally.
Yes.
Mentally ill. Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm hurting the people around me. And then,
Because you're hurt.
because I'm hurting.
Hurt people.
When they're trying to help me. You feel me? But I had to do something. You had to do something. Talk to people.
Was
Therapist.
Shout out to Mommy and Charles though, because I don't think I
Yeah.
could have ever did it without them. It was rough. It was
Yeah.
rough. Like he would just like get up in the middle of the night and just leave.
And just leave.
And like go to the graveyard and try to find his mom's grave. Like it was bad. And he
Yeah.
did not he don't remember half of the stuff. But the only like what I can say to people is if you love the person that you're with, you're willing to ride it through everything.
Right.
So that's the only thing that kept us together.
Y'all hear that? We don't be making this.
Well, you
Say
know
that-
what's
say-
saying
say-
that.
Say that again.
When you love somebody, you're willing to ride it out no matter what.
She
With
did
that being said, we have all experienced some type of death close to us. Courtney, how are you able to balance death in a relationship with Eshawn still?
I don't deal with it. You know what? Honestly, I don't deal with it.
Yeah. And that's the same way I was.
Except for I'm calm.
I taught her that, well, you are calm, but I taught her to deal with it. I deal with it.
Right.
Can't keep it in all your life.
Right.
Can't.
Yes, you can. As long as I feel like it.
I mean, and
That ain't
So
no-
you still haven't got to your point.
Sometimes you need that outburst.
it be times, I'm gonna tell the truth, it'd be times I'm sitting in this basement and I just cry. I don't gotta be around people. I mean, I gotta go to my little cave and just let it out.
Right.
Little by little. Because when I had it all balled in, you know what happened. Go crazy.
Tony, you had death before our relationship. How does death helps or not help you in our marriage?
How long, I'm sorry, how long before y'all got married?
2 years before we met, so 5 years before we got married like that, man.
And you hopped in a relationship? It was new?
No,
Fresh?
no, when I like that, man.
Yeah.
No, I was out here slugging. I was out here just doing.
Gang banging.
That's when my demons began to.
Yeah.
And that's when I had to. It didn't take me till about 3 years into our marriage to realize I was hurting her because I was hurting.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize I was still hurting because my dad.
Right.
I didn't even realize because, like you said, I dealt with it. And the way I dealt with it was sex and shopping. I was spending money and having sex. That's what I was doing to mask the pain.
Grandma, you heard that? He was spending money having sex.
She was there.
Damn.
But it wasn't until she made me go see a therapist.
Baby, I was gone.
The therapist didn't really. The therapist really didn't say anything. It was my thinking on the ride there. Like, why the fuck do I gotta go to a therapist?
First of all,
What is
you and
making
Eshawn
you go
is
through
so much
As a man, I feel you.
While I was driving, I was like, why do you have to go through a therapist?
Right.
What are you doing that's making you have to go through to a therapist?
Fact.
Before I got to the door, I already knew why I was there. The lady told me a bunch of shit that was irrelevant.
Yeah.
It was through the military, so it was free, didn't waste no money. Never went back to it because I already knew what was wrong. I figured it out in the car. Yeah.
Same thing.
Ghost on it. One visit.
That's good job.
Yeah, I actually had two.
I did one visit.
I'm not going back. You try to teach me sounds and shit. I did that in elementary school.
That is what
Sounds.
therapy is
Sounds
for.
to calm me down and all this.
Yes.
Let me know when you hear the beat. Beat. So,
I honestly had to release a lot of pain.
by doing what?
I had to
The
forgive.
gym.
I had to forgive people. Yeah, the gym was my outlet. That's when I really fell in love with the gym. Because that was the only place, outside of having sex with a bunch of people, that's the only place where I didn't think about my pain.
Right.
That's it.
I wish I could have that epiphany.
That's the only the
It be
gym.
hot.
Like when I don't go to the gym, I have a bad attitude. Like if I miss the gym like more than 3 days out of a week, I can't function.
We hang together with a lot more. We already hang together with a lot, but
Yeah, we are together. It's 7 days in a week. We are together at least 5.
So it's,
Yep.
it's
it needs to be 6 because I'm trying to get your yeah, I'm trying to get that.
So back to the first question: when did y'all realize y'all was married? After y'all got through the trial, well, the first little hard, well, not even the first, the pre-hard part of marriage. Then y'all got married. When did you realize you was actually married? When did it really hit you?
For me, it actually hit when Eshawn's grandmother died. It was like everybody looked to me because they like, this is your husband. Like you gotta tell him, you gotta figure it out. And I would never forget that day. I looked at him and I'm like, she's gone. And he lost it, but I lost it. So I knew that at this point I can't lose it because this is my husband. My husband is hurting, and now our whole life is gonna change. That's when I realized that we were married. Like this is it. This is it.
That's it.
This is it. That point in time, I knew that I was married to him because I had to absorb all the outside stuff and just let him deal with it. And it was like that was hard as ever because like I was shutting people down. Y'all know me. I shut shit down. So I was like shutting him down. I was like get away from him. Like I literally protected him because I knew that I had to.
Yeah, I didn't have my phone that whole 2 days, I think.
No,
Where'd you
don't.
my phone
You want to talk to him? Talk to me. What you want?
She blocked all the negativity.
Right. Family. Everything. Every family member. If I felt like it,
And that was real shit right there.
I felt like family. You know how you got family, and they
Right.
like,
And they
oh,
wanna
I'm
be-
down for
and they
you,
wanna be
whatever.
known. They just want to be known.
They only
They
down.
But
because
you not about to
something
be
going on.
nosy with mine,
Right.
so I shut it down. Get away. What do you want?
Right.
This ain't you.
Right.
This is mine.
That's my
Right.
closest. She was like, such.
I would just tell them come over.
Come over. You want to come over.
But anybody else get away.
Yeah, let's do that.
Where do you guys think communication, what type of role does communication play in your relationship? Is it good?
Big role, and I didn't always understand that. I didn't. She always said, communicate with me, communicate this. I just go do what I want. And when you married, you can't do that.
Exactly, you can't do that.
Can't do that. And I mean, she maybe can.
Because I'm going to pop up.
Hold up. And I did.
Yeah, she did.
I did.
A couple times.
Communication to me is everything. I think with anybody, because I communicate. I don't want to most of the time, but I do. Like I'm a very big communicator. So like
Anyway, okay.
Yeah, that's good.
When did communication not work for you? When did it not play in your favor?
When I didn't communicate. I mean, communication is everything.
Right?
And I mean, to this day, I still don't communicate like I should.
And with you saying that, what makes you not communicate? Like, what in your mind think? Since you know that communication is right, are you just being a rebel?
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not used to it.
I'm grown.
I'm still to this day. We've been married 5 years.
Right?
I'm not used to it because I'm used to. I'm spoiled. I was a spoiled brat. I ain't gonna lie. I'm used to doing what I want when I want. Huh?
You're still spoiled.
I'm not spoiled.
Right? You crazy.
I'm used to doing what I want, really. And sometimes I sit back. Sometimes like, damn, I'm better in the car because I get home, it'll be arguing. I hate arguing. Hate arguing. No, I hate arguing because I argue last 3 days over some little shit.
I won't.
She stopped talking to me. And that shit hurts me more. I want, babe.
That's a horrible feeling when you be like, oh, I just say something on Instagram about she ain't talking to me.
Yeah.
Right. And everybody know I
she's
like to talk.
She's so dumb. Why is she not talking?
Right.
Yo,
I like to talk. So he be hurt. Everything. He be finding everything to talk to me about, and I be like.
After the second day.
And then call my mama.
After the second day.
And then call your mama.
Right. That's all.
I'm like, yo, what you mad at something? Come on, yo. What you mad? What are you mad at? Then
I'm mad all over again.
I want to talk now.
Talk
to me.
So when did you say, yes, I'm mad? What you do?
Huh? What you mad for? That's our men's favorite line.
And you know exactly what she mad
Yeah.
for.
Exactly.
That is so petty.
That's why I just go in and try to give her a hug and kiss on her.
And I be like, no.
But you know what works though. Is this right off?
Go.
No, don't you dare.
But we'll work.
Oh, work, huh?
We'll work.
When I drop the D off.
Hey!
Drop the D off.
That's after I'm not mad
Hey,
no more.
we back.
Put it in the jar. I got it out. This goes back to another show we did. How important is it to have married friends in your life?
Very important.
Very.
Yo.
Very.
Why is it so significant and so important to have married friends?
Wait.
When you're married.
Having married friends that actually like each other.
Ooh.
That's
That's different.
That's a good one.
Because you can be married.
That's a good one.
Like, Eshawn is my dog. Regardless if we married, that is my dog. Like, period. Like, we rock. And we do the craziest stuff together. He don't judge me, I don't judge him. But when you have another couple that are married that is not like that, it's very hard because
They try to compare themselves to us.
and they different. So like, okay, for example, we went out with a couple of people, a couple of friends, and everybody was married. But they was all like, oh, let's go have girls' night, or let's go do this, and that's fine. But I want to be with my husband. Like, can he come? Like, can we go?
Right.
Or I ain't
Because
trying to be
it's a
with him,
we.
or I ain't trying to do this.
Right.
Or, yeah, because he this and that. I'm never
Right.
telling nobody that shit. I'm never going to talk about my husband to people that's not in my circle. Like, that's
Right.
not real close, that ain't seen me naked, basically.
Well, I've never seen you naked, so
That's different.
Talking about girls.
You just said people in your circle. That's what you
People.
said.
Yes, you did.
Oh, because you know Tony said he people. If I'm not
Right!
that's the
Man,
problem.
That's him!
I'm
Eshawn.
We one of the girls. We is one of the girls.
Eshawn be
Special
knowing it.
part about our relationship as a group, as a whole, was when Courtney's dad passed. And y'all
Yes.
took
too.
Yeah, like, I really appreciate that.
But see,
like, it was a game that Saturday.
Yeah.
And my kids didn't, like Chase was telling me, like, man, I didn't even know you was there because Aunt Bree was wrapped that.
Oh,
You know what I mean? So, like,
She definitely
I
did.
had a friend that I've been friends with for a very long time. And I'm like, you know, my grandmother just passed. And she was like, oh, I can't make it, blah, blah. But I called Bree. Bree literally was like, I just got in the house and put my clothes on. She was there in 5 minutes. Like, it was never a question. It was like, all right, your kids ate. Tony, like, don't worry about it. I'll take them this weekend. Like, it was like, I don't have to worry about
That was
my
real
children.
love, yo. That's when I was like, oh shit.
Because people will say they there for you.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
when
Told
somebody
some
lie,
parents.
they be like, oh, I'm there for you. Call me if you
Call
ever
me if
need
you need
anything.
me. I hate that fucking word, that line.
People
Call me if you need me.
People love you until it's time to love you.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Boom.
people
That's a
love
good
you.
one.
People love you until it's
I'm
time
ready
to
that up
love
fucking tatted on my fucking
Hey.
body.
you. So here's a good question. What made y'all grow up faster, kids or marriage?
Married.
For me, it was kids. Yours is marriage. Yours is definitely marriage.
I had my kid when I was, what,
19. Don't keep
18.
trying to sell Air your dream.
17, 18.
That you had her right out of high school. No, you was 19.
I did have her right out of high school.
A year later,
Killed my fucking dreams, man.
it did not kill your dream.
What was your dream?
What was your dream?
I'm gonna be an NFL like fucking.
So, first of all, Eshawn should have been in some type of college, Division I, whatever. But he was out here gangbanging halfway.
I'm not even a hood nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna trick myself.
Exactly. So you was out here gangbanging.
Grew up good family. We had a little bit of money.
You wanted to be a
You know what?
gangster.
You know what?
We had a little bit of money. I got what I wanted.
A little few
I
dollars.
ain't had some drugs or nothing like that. I wasn't in the hood. But I hung around hood niggas.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. But I don't know what you're trying to say. I'm trying to figure it out.
That you didn't grow up until he got married. Is what I'm
I mean, I agree. It
Ours
wasn't
was,
kids.
mine was kids. Like, once me and Tony got married, and I knew I was pregnant, I went straight into mommy responsibility role.
So where was you at? Was you in the
He
service?
was there, but
Wait,
he was not there.
I worked a lot. I worked a lot my first year of marriage.
Okay.
He did stuff.
He
He was not even rated like first
I
class, second,
was-
third
I was
class,
at the
none of
bottom- I
that.
was at the bottom of the totem.
Oh yeah, worked your way up.
But-
But
he
I
was doing
working.
first class work.
I worked. When I first got in the Navy, I was literally working like 60, 70 hours a day.
That was current.
Easily.
Yeah.
And then-
It
And
wasn't
guess
even-
what?
I
When
wasn't
it was time for us to go from this command,
I wouldn't
they did
even
not
know.
even appreciate or did anything for him.
That my departure from my first command is probably what made me get out. That's probably what the nail in the coffin. I did all this shit for y'all.
Yo,
and
I'm
y'all
grateful for
can't-
some
and
bitches.
y'all can't give me a little
Right,
bit.
right,
That's
right.
That's what slid me out. And it was only one person that stayed true the whole time I was there, and that's my brother. He was my mentor.
And he's still.
Yeah, he's still true. That's the only person that strayed 100% true through the whole. It was people that came that was true, like my Navy mom, Curvancy, but he was the only one that from the time I was there to the time I left till now it was still true. Everybody else, as soon as I walked out the door, they switched up. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where do y'all feel like y'all married is right now?
You want me to go first? Alright. Alright, I feel like I've merged on a scale of 1 to 10. Oh, I ain't gonna lie, yo. I'm really happy, yo. I give it like an 8.5.
Yo, I was saying the
No.
same thing.
I'm actually
We
happy, yo.
twins.
I'm actually happy
Hey.
where we are. I think we could get a lot better. As far as, like we said earlier, communication is the key. But, happy. Kids happy. I got my daughter.
Hey,
Fuck.
My
that's my.
She's mine.
Okay, wait. Okay.
Yo, I can,
Y'all
I
know
can
who
ask
her
much
fa-
more.
who's her favorite person?
Tony.
I don't know
I mean-
why.
Tony.
I mean, every
She
baby.
talk about your ass,
My
yo.
favorite too, baby. Don't you worry about it.
It's like, is only Tony coming? What the fuck? Oh, fuck only Tony, man.
Right.
What about me?
Man, I'm your father.
I'm your aunt. I'm supposed to be your favorite aunt. She don't even call me favorite aunt. She call me Aunt Bree.
She called me favorite though.
Hey, I be trying to slide in there. You coach? Oh, today I'm Bree. I'm gonna be favoring Bree.
Try. So what's your rating?
I think the same. I think that we've grown. We are still growing, and it's still growth. I wouldn't say like a 10 out of 10 because that's perfect. I mean, we're gonna be a 10 out of 10 when we up there with Jesus. And I'm gonna ask Jesus to each other to spend the night. I don't know. We gonna make it. I'm be like, can my husband spend the night?
Spend the night where? You in heaven?
Yeah.
Can't go up there yet. I got my life to live, baby.
No, when we go together.
Oh, we go together.
Yeah, but
You spend the night, baby. Jesus ain't let us spend the night.
I don't know if he's going.
Ooh, I'm a saint. I'm a fucking saint.
Eshawn, that's why I like you, bro. Like, that's my dog. I don't care what nobody
No
says.
wrong.
What's your rating? What you think your rating?
Yeah, what's your rating?
I would definitely say
Be real.
8.
You say the same thing I was saying.
You're right, we're at 8.5 because we have drastically, like, we have mastered this communication. Like,
I wouldn't say master, but I think that
I would say mastered
I would
because
think,
I'll pull up on you and be like, I ain't feeling what you talking. I'd be like,
master.
I ain't feeling your energy.
Right.
Girl, because you know
Who
that.
energy?
I can hear it. I can
She
feel the
be
energy
using
through
it.
the
I don't even
Tony-
understand why.
Tony
She's
don't-
not even a spiritual person.
Man, this nigga give you affirmations 6 o'clock in the morning.
I think that is the worst thing. I be in a good mood.
Yo,
until
I wish I
hear
could give you affirmations.
He can be
at
giving
6 o'clock in the morning.
affirmations, but guess what? If I feel his energy and it ain't right, I'd be like,
That's
I
you
ain't
supposed to check
feeling
it.
your
Yeah, you supposed to check it.
I ain't feeling it.
I check each energy every day.
I'd be like, I ain't feeling it.
You know
What's
one
wrong?
person.
I'd be like, what's wrong? Do I not? Okay, you be like,
He
no,
might
I'm
not say
good.
good morning like he usually do. Bruh.
He be like, good. He be like, I'm good. I'd be like, I'm about to call you. Nope, I don't even give you that chance. I'm calling. What's wrong?
What's wrong with you? Why you wake up and how did you sleep good last night? Nigga, I don't know. I was trying to sleep.
Like, oh, I felt you breathing.
I think mine is about the same because I feel like we are like on the cusp of where we supposed
Where
to
you
be.
let me lick your face without you giving me fight.
I think we right
Yeah,
on the cusp
you trying to let me
where
Right.
we're like
You don't like it.
supposed to be,
Right.
like relationship, financially, mentally, spiritually, physically. We right there. Like I said, you're never gonna be a 10.
Basically, never been a 10, but just basically just getting over that little hump.
Yep.
That little speed bump.
Getting to 9 is real hard.
Yeah.
Getting
Everything
to 9
gotta
is
be
hard.
correct.
It has
Right.
to be. It
No mistakes.
has to be.
But
like,
we all gonna make mistakes anyway.
Because
no matter
I'm
what.
like, if I give you advice, that means take my shit.
See, I don't like that. She do the same shit.
I be
But
right.
you know what I do?
Get
You
it
know what I do
right.
now? You know what I do now? You gotta learn how to pay attention. You see how I taught you how to
Oh.
walk away in arguments?
You don't be paying attention to me.
Yo,
You don't be paying attention to me.
my ignore game is A1.
But it's not because you always get caught up in conversations with them that get you in trouble.
Yeah,
And
because
then-
I be
and
no,
then you be
no,
like, and then you be like, Tom, where you go? I've been telling you for years.
no. I didn't say
Walk
that.
away.
Yeah, that's
You
stupid.
just walk away.
I'm guilty of that. I'm talking about ignoring when she's in my ear
doing
nagging. No, nagging.
No,
I
I'm
just
not
ignore it.
nagging. And guess what? I like to do checkups. Nigga,
What's
I'm
checkups?
nagging. You hear me? Yeah, I hear you. What
She be
did I
like-
say?
She be
Right.
like, she be like,
Repeat it back.
are you still in love with me? Did we just not say that?
That doesn't mean anything. Do you know how many people you and Eshawn probably had sex with combined?
Yeah, but I'm not. I changed my life.
I don't like
Ah,
that.
First of
Say I'm
all,
not having sex with somebody I don't love.
First of all, when I
You
repented,
a liar.
first of all, when I repented, all of that went away.
No. Jesus
See?
still no.
You was married then.
When
When
I
you wasn't.
when I repented, all of my bad stuff in my past went
Went out the
away.
window.
No.
So I've only had sex with one person in my whole life.
Me too then.
Just one.
Me too.
I might want to put this one down. I don't know.
So
First of all,
first of all, while she getting ready, advice. Anybody that's seeking to get married right now, advice on their first 5 years. What to do to make it to where y'all at?
Don't expect anything. Don't have expectations. Like, people go into marriage, and I think that that's why a lot of marriages fail, because they go into marriage and they think that marriage is like a Cinderella story. But it's not. Like, it's work, it's time, it's effort, it's
But I can't stand when people always say, "Oh shit, you ain't the same person that you used to be." No shit, nigga. Like, why would I stay the same?
You don't
Jay-
want to be the same person.
Jay said it in the rhyme. Sorry, mama. I wouldn't have made it if I would have stayed the same me. I can't get to where I'm going if I stayed here. So that's why I think it's important to not only surround yourself with people that are where you want to be, but people that are trying to be more themselves. Exactly. That's trying to be more themselves because you're gonna push each other. Exactly. I'm a competitive person.
I mean, if you
Y'all
don't
not gonna outcouple me. I'm competitive. Y'all can't outcouple me. Oh, y'all kissing? Okay.
Yeah.
I got something for that kissing
Right,
picture.
right.
Man, come here. We going on TikTok.
See, and that's me.
We
That's me.
We going TikTok.
Babe, do you see he gave his woman flowers? You ain't give me no flowers.
Hey, yo, it's nothing that more pissed me off than when you and Brianna doing y'all little dumb shit. Just like at Top Golf that one time. You just have Top Golf. Y'all kissing and hugging each other. Babe, why you don't kiss me like that? Why? I don't get a hug today. I say,
Hey, you know what Brianna do? You know what Brianna do? She's like, man, you ain't kissing me all day.
You ain't kissed me this last hour.
You right.
It's 7:01.
I
Nah.
literally just kissed you 10 minutes.
My competitive is with Papa. I mean, his competitive comes with Nana and Papa. If Papa buy Nana some flowers, each one is gonna go buy me some flowers. They gonna be bigger than what Papa bought.
you the only one that got money.
Right. You better leave my dad alone.
Yo, Pop is raw.
To answer your question, my whole thing my answer is, don't give up. If you're not in love, do not get married. It's not gonna work. If you just want to do it for show, it's not gonna work.
Kids.
All right, real
I've
quick.
seen.
Hold
Right.
on, real quick. With that, how can somebody know if they're in love or not?
Ooh.
What's the indicator? What's the indicator for somebody
you
to know if they're in love or not?
When you know that you cannot live without this person. That's
If
really
like
the
the little
indicator.
shit happened to your significant other,
Mm-hmm.
and you just, I don't know, that concerned to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was scared to leave her side when fucking her father died. I'm scared. I want to be there every second. You know what I mean? Motherfucker is not in love, but go to a football game. You leave her at home. You feel me?
Like, bye.
Yeah.
Be
You
like,
got it,
be like,
sis.
be like, man, you good?
Yeah.
Straight.
Straight. All right, I'm out.
Then leave. Come
See
back
you
like
later.
you